Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, EmpireCityBets.com, Equine Eco Green, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hi everyone. I'm Kate and Bradar filling in for John Henderson on this edition of Thoroughbred Week, featuring a regally bred winner of the Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup from Keeneland. We begin with female turf sprinters at Keeneland in the Franklin County Stakes. Ageless, the 9-5 favorite. Kurt Becker picks up the call.
21 and 2/5 seconds for the opening quarter. Richie Sweetheart chased by Enna Jeff. Less than a length separate the top two. Quality Lass goes third by a head just outside of Macaroon, who looks toward the inside in the fourth position, just over a quarter mile to come. Gap of 4 more lengths to Free as a Bird, who swings wide for the drive. 8 lengths off the lead, though, and Richie Sweetheart the one to catch. Enna Jeff is in second. Free as a Bird coming with Sweet Cassiopeia down the center of the course. Free as a Bird, Sweet Cassiopeia, Ageless from far back as well. Richie Sweetheart has given up the ghost. Free as a Bird to the lead. The Buffalo Trace Franklin County Stakes to Free as a Bird and Joel Rosario.
5-2 second choice Free as a Bird draws off to defeat Ageless by a length and a half. Joel Rosario, the winning jockey, in 1:03 and 3, a 1:02 brisk speed rating. Since finishing second to Ageless in the Giants Causeway Stakes over the course and trip during the spring, the Ian Wilkes trainee had reeled off 5 consecutive stakes victories, including a pair of turf sprints at Saratoga. The 5-year-old mare by Hardspun was bred in Kentucky by her owner, Elizabeth Valando. Free as a Bird has earned $503,000. John Velasquez with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle. To Belmont Park for turf fillies and mares in the Grade 3 Athenia Stakes. Christophe Clement set out 3 of the 10 starters, including 11-10 favorite Anecdote. John Imbrial has the call.
It's Latia with the lead as they race midway on the turn. It's My Time, continues to chase in second. Baffle Me, Bairama right together third and fourth. Anecdote is now picking it up as she runs in between horses as they come for the top of the stretch. Overheard is putting in a big run on the extreme outside, but it is Latia the one to catch. Latia's got a 3-length lead. Then it's Bairama, Overheard, and Anecdote, followed by Cushion. Latia trying to hang in there for another 1/16 of a mile. Overheard on the outside, and Bairama. They come for the wire. It's going to be tight. Latia, Bairama, Overheard. 3 of them on the line. A photo finish in the Athenia.
3-1 second choice Latia, the front-running winner by a neck over Bairama, who noses out Overheard for place. Another stakes winner for Joel Rosario. Time of the race, 1:43 and 1. A graded stakes winner over Polytrack at Arlington Park and Woodbine this season. Latia faded to third in her latest, the Grade 2 Canadian Stakes on turf. The 5-year-old mare by City Place was bred in Illinois by her owner, Salvador Hernandez. Trained by Armando de la Cerda, Latia has earned $803,000. To Hastings Racecourse for fillies and mares in the Grade 3 Ballerina Stakes. Lockett, the 2-1 favorite. Dan Jukic has the call.
As they race to the 5/16 marker, 6 furlongs came up in 1:13 and 3. And Saturday Night Ride, Touching Promise, engages on the outside. Madeira Park's now put into a drive. Ole's Miss, Lockett now shifting to the outside. Madame Pele and Wanda Woman is winding it up. Now as they turn for home, Touching Promise has the lead, and down the lane they come. Touching Promise, Madeira Park on the inside. Wanda Woman, Ole's Miss, and Lockett. Touching Promise, Madeira Park, the ballerina to Touching Promise.
13-1 Touching Promise by Adena Spring Stallion Touch Gold holds off Madeira Park by a length and a half. Mario Gutierrez, the winning jockey, in 1:51 flat. Third behind Madeira Park and Wanda Woman in this race last year, Touching Promise returns a year later to record her first stakes victory. The 4-year-old filly was bred in British Columbia by her owners, Russell and Lois Bennett. Trained by Barbara Heads, Touching Promise has earned $137,000. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 3 Knickerbocker Stakes just ahead in this segment. We begin at Hastings Racecourse with the Grade 3 British Columbia Premier's Handicap. In his first start against older horses, Alert Bay sent off as the 8-5 favorite. Once again, here's Dan Dukic.
6 furlongs was raced in 1:12-4. And Prohibition, the Mysterious Soul, still heads apart. 2 lengths back now is Remember to Breathe and Alert Bay, Wilo Cat and Coffee Grinder. Then 3.5 for the back, Shooting Jacket, Mr. Bowling and Deadly Truth. They've reached the far turn now, and it is Mysterious Soul with the lead. Alert Bay, though, is in pursuit. Wilo Cat in third. Shooting Jacket is now ranging up. Mr. Bowling and Coffee Grinder. 1/8 of a mile from home in the Premiers. Mysterious Soul and Alert Bay, and down the lane they come. Alert Bay now by a head. Mysterious Soul battles back. Shooting Jacket, Mr. Bowling, Coffee Grinder. Alert Bay, Mysterious Soul. The Derby winner, Alert Bay, wins the Premiers.
Alert Bay aces the test against older rivals, getting up to defeat 31-1 Mysterious Soul by a neck. Rico Walcott aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 2:17-4. A stakes winner against state breds earlier this year at Santa Anita, the California-bred 3-year-old gelding by City Zip won the Grade 3 British Columbia Derby in his first start at Hastings Racecourse for trainer Anita Bolton. A $65,000 Keeneland January yearling, Alert Bay has earned $368,000 for Peter Redekop BC Limited. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisna.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year, now including sire stats. To Belmont Park for the Grade 3 Knickerbocker Stakes on turf. Up with the Birds, the 2-1 favorite. John Imbrial has the call.
They're midway up the backstretch, and Plainview is controlling the pace here and leading by 2 over Winning Cause. Half mile in 49 seconds. Plainview the leader. Winning Cause remains in second. Legendary, and speaking of which, right together third and fourth. Misha-Wish is still fifth, 6 lengths from the front. It's a gap of 7 to Up with the Birds. They're moving around the far turn now, and it's Plainview who's been in front right from the start, now with a 3-length lead. Winning Cause second by a head. Legendary's on the outside in third. Misha-Wish and speaking of which, right together. And Up with the Birds. The field is at the head of the stretch. And it is Plainview. Ran 3/4 in 1:14-1. Here is Legendary up on the outside. And Legendary has taken the lead. Plainview and Misha-Wish and Up with the Birds all giving chase to Legendary, who's built a 4-length lead and just a 16th to the wire. Up with the Birds, who was so far back early, has moved into second, but he won't catch Legendary. Winner of the Knickerbocker Stakes.
Legendary holds off the late charge of Up with the Birds by a length and a quarter. Sheldon Russell aboard in 1:51-3. The 4th victory in the last 5 starts for the European import, who is coming off a sharp stakes score over the Laurel Park turf. The English-bred 5-year-old gelding by Exceed and Excel gives former jump jockey turned trainer Niall Seville his first graded stakes win. Legendary has earned $293,000 for legendary European jockey Walter Swinburne. The Spendthrift Farm Stallion of the Week is Malibu Moon, the leading son at stud by legendary Sire of Sires, AP Indy. For 6 years running, Malibu Moon has topped all sons of AP Indy on the General Sires list, including Bernardini and Pulpit. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with the Grade 3 Jessamine Stakes coming up in this segment. We begin with 2-year-old fillies at Santa Anita in the Enokia Stakes. Light the City, the even money favorite. Trevor Denman has the call.
Past E3/8 they go. War of attrition on the lead here. Who's going to give first? It's Sadua on the far side. XO at the rail. They've been flying throughout. Now Light the City starts to come after them, and here comes Light the City now with a big run. Light the City catching them stride for stride. Behind that, Starlet O'Hara, Holiday Maker. They're in the stretch now, and here is Light the City on the outside. Races up alongside of Sadua. Light the City now gets the lead. Sadua's a weary second. All Heart, though, battling on gamely. Light the City has her measure, though. And Light the City and Elvis Trujillo draw clear to win it easy in the end.
Light the City takes it by 2.5 lengths over Sadir. Starlet O'Hara third for a sweep by Keeneland Sales Graduates. Elvis Trujillo aboard in 109 flat. The second start for Light the City, who broke her maiden first asking at Del Mar. The filly by Street Sense was bred in Kentucky by Hargis and Sandra Sexton and was an $80,000 Keeneland September yearling from the consignment of Warrendale Sales. Light the City has earned nearly $91,000 for Cheyenne Stables. 2-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. Next from Santa Anita, the Speakeasy Stakes. Lord Nelson, the 4-5 favorite. Once again, here's Trevor Denman.
They run past the 3/8 pole and All Indians the leader. Lord Nelson breathing down his neck in second. Social Request on the inside is only 2 lengths off them. Then comes Outdated. Behind that, Sebastian's Heart and Tizcano. They're at the top of the lane and Lord Nelson now strikes the front, gets a tap on the shoulder and kicks for home. Lord Nelson now opening up to lead it by 2. Social Request chasing on the outside. They come past the 8th pole and it's all Lord Nelson dominating here. Story to Tell finishing strongly on the inside, but not to get to Lord Nelson. Lord Nelson and Martin Garcia just overwhelmed them today.
Odds-on favorite Lord Nelson draws off to defeat 18-1 Sebastian's Heart by 6 3/4 lengths. A 1-2 finish by Keeneland Sales graduates. Martin Garcia up in 109-1. A first-out maiden winner at Del Mar, Lord Nelson ran 4th when his Bob Baffert-trained stablemate American Pharaoh won the Grade 1 Frontrunner Stakes. The colt by Pulpit was bred in Kentucky by Clear Sky Farm and was a $340,000 Keeneland September yearling. Lord Nelson has earned $123,000 for Peachtree Stable. Darby Dan Farms Shackelford, a 3-time Grade 1 and Classic winner of over $3 million. His first weanling to sell at public auction topped the Saratoga Fall sale last week at $150,000. Watch for more of Shackelford's first weanlings selling at upcoming sales. To Retama Park for turf 2-year-olds, beginning with colts and geldings in the El Hoven Stakes. Kentucky shipper Crown the Kitten, the 2-5 favorite. Tom Harris picks up the call.
The half in 47-2, a demanding pace. Infiltration at the inside, the leader. Co-captain is still right there. They're becoming tightly knit. Now it's a green light for which runner who takes off. And on the outside, Crown the Kitten is given the go-ahead. Crown the Kitten takes off on the attack with a 1/4 mile to go. They run to the top of the stretch. Infiltration is at the inside as they bend off the turn. And here's Crown the Kitten waiting to pounce. And Crown the Kitten now takes the lead. Infiltration fights back from the inside, but in deep stretch, Crown the Kitten is well on his way to take top honors in the 20th running of the El Hoven Crown the Kitten.
Odds-on favorite Crown the Kitten draws off to defeat Infiltration by 5 3/4 lengths. Rafael Hernandez up in 138-3. Second on debut at Belmont Park and 10th at Royal Ascot in June. The Wesley Ward trainee was coming off a maiden victory at Kentucky Downs. The gelding by Kitten's Joy was bred in Kentucky by his owners Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey. Crown the Kitten has earned $129,000. Crown the Kitten paid $3.20 to win and is the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Next from Retama Park, 2-year-old turf fillies in the La Senorita Stakes. The Ramsey's Right on Kitten bet down to 3-5. Once again, here's Tom Harris.
They're beginning to get compact into the far turn now, and Sister Shades continues to lead it. Right on Kitten on the outside is there. Sweet Diva rolls up on the attack on the outside now as they run to the top of the stretch. Right on Kitten on the outside just in front. Sister Shades battles back at the inside. Center of the course comes Sweet Diva. Sweet Diva's hit her full stride now. Right on Kitten battles back bravely. Sweet Diva on the outside chasing, but Right on Kitten's found another gear, and boy, look at her go. Right on Kitten takes top honors in the M2 Technology La Senorita.
Odds-on favorite Right on Kitten takes it by 2 3/4 lengths over Sweet Diva. Another stakes win for Rafael Hernandez, the mile and 139 flat. A first-out maiden winner at Indiana Downs, the Mike Maker trainee gives Kenneth and Sarah Ramsey and Ramsey Farm stallion Kitten's Joy a stakes double on the card. The Kentucky-bred filly is the 21st stakes winner this year for her sire. Right on Kitten has earned $79,000. Time for Keeneland Stakes action presented by Warrendale Sales, offering wheelings by top sires Medaglia d'Oro, Speightstown, Lemon Drop Kid, Tisnow, Malibu Moon, and Kitten's Joy at the Keeneland November sale. To Keeneland for the final event in the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In Challenge Series for 2014, the Grade 3 Jessamine Stakes. Viola Primera, the 9-5 favorite. Once again, here's Kurt Becker.
Reina de Batteria, who does her best running late, is still 8th and last, nearly 10 lengths off the lead into the far turn. That first half mile, 46 and 4/5 seconds. And Quality Rocks now catching up to pace setter Cool Comfort. 2 lengths separate the top two. Fila Primera and Late Spring move as a team to the far outside, 3rd and 4th, with Late Spring now taking 3rd. Fila Primera is in 4th position. Reina de Batteria still last off the turn. Quarter mile to come. Cool Comfort the leader by a length. Quality Rocks is second. Walking the Kitten comes up the rail in 3rd, but needs more running room from there. Reina de Batteria is winding up on the far outside from 4th. Final furlong of the J.P. Morgan Chase Jessamine. Reina de Batteria coming after Quality Rocks. Reina de Batteria, last on the backstretch, last at the quarter pole, wins the feature for Joel Rosario.
Last turning for home, 3-1 second choice, Reina de Batteria by Pin Oak Stud Stallion Broken Vow. Rallies to defeat Quality Rocks by a length and a half. Joel Rosario aboard the Keeneland Sales Graduate in 1:43 and 4. A maiden winner on debut at Saratoga, the Graham Motion trainee was last seen finishing a troubled 4th in the P.G. Johnson Stakes at the Spa. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Alexander Groves Mats LLC and was a $435,000 Keeneland September yearling. Reina de Batteria has earned nearly $145,000 for Three Chimneys Farm. Coming up, a regally bred winner, the Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup. Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Keeneland for the 31st running of the Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup for 3-year-old turf fillies. Crown Queen at 5-2, a slight favorite over Ball Dancing. Here's the call by Kurt Becker.
And they're off in the Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup, presented by Lane's End. Speed Seeker and Sea Queen both have early speed. These two come to the front in the opening strides. Minaret gets tucked away neatly in the 3rd position in the opening furlong behind that front pair. And here is Sea Queen from the outside. Has the lead by 3 parts of a length, moving out of the line for the first time. Speed Seeker against the rail second. Here's Minaret forwardly placed in 3rd. And then Crown Queen toward the outside in the 4th position, moving around Ball Dancing in 5th, Personal Diary in 6th, and Sista's Stroll 7th and last, 6 lengths off the lead midway on the first turn. Sea Queen has cleared with the lead, gets against the rail, leads it by 2 lengths. Onto the backstretch, 24 and 2/5 seconds for that opening quarter over the soft-going. Minaret is second by 3 parts of a length. Crown Queen forwardly placed 3rd toward the outside. Speed Seeker 4th toward the inside. Personal Diary 5th in between horses. Ball Dancing moves alongside her, some 5 lengths off the lead, and Sista's Stroll, the trailer, at the midpoint of the backstretch after an opening half mile in 48 and 4/5 seconds. Sea Queen, the leader, into the far turn, leads it by 2 lengths. Here, Rod Ortiz Jr. checks over his shoulder, keeps an eye on Minaret in second by 3 parts of a length. Crown Queen 3rd on the outside of that one. Speed Seeker hugs the rail in 4th. Personal Diary 5th around the turn. Ball Dancing 6th on the outside, still 5 lengths off the lead. And Sista's Stroll is last. It is Sea Queen, the leader, just over a quarter mile out. Crown Queen 2nd. Minaret 3rd. Ball Dancing has to move wide from 4th, 5 lengths off the lead. They've got to catch Sea Queen. Crown Queen strides forward. Ball Dancing 3rd on her outside into the final furlong of the Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup, presented by Lane's End. Crown Queen, the leader. Here's Ball Dancing on the outside. Sister Stroll and Personal Diary run late, but Crown Queen, the leader. Ball Dancing is second. Crown Queen, the $1 million baby, returns to Keeneland and wins the Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup.
Crown Queen, the winner by 3/4 of a length over Ball Dancing. Sister Stroll 3rd for a sweep by Keeneland Sales Graduates. John Velasquez up in 1:49 and 4. The 4th consecutive victory for the regally bred filly, last seen taking the Grade 2 Lake Placid Stakes at Saratoga. The filly by Smart Strike out of Delta Princess by AP Indy was bred in Kentucky by Pallades Investments and is a half-sister to 3-time champion Royal Delta. And like Royal Delta, the winner is trained by Bill Mott. Crown Queen has earned $593,000 for Bessalou Stables. The filly was consigned by Chanticleer Farm to the 2011 Keeneland November sale. During the same session where Benjamin Leon acquired Royal Delta for $8.5 million, his Bessalou Stables also purchased her weanling half-sister for $1.6 million. Grade 1 Queen Elizabeth II Challenge Cup winner Crown Queen, the Keeneland Sales Graduate of the Week. A big weekend for turf racing at Woodbine. We'll have that and much more here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week has been presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Bloodstock Research, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, EmpireCityBets.com, Equine Eco Green, Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, Keeneland, Malone's, New York Thoroughbred Breeding and Development Fund, Old Colony Insurance Services, Paul Miller Ford, PBI Bank, Quillen Leather and Tack, Shadwell Farm, Spendthrift Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbredweek.com.